good afternoon. I'm Debbie Broughton, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from St. Robert, Missouri, and I'm hopping on here late because for some reason I thought I said 2, but I really said 1:30. So I'm sorry, I've been sitting here since 1:40 waiting for it to get closer to 2. If you're here and you could comment, that would be great. We are getting ready for a big snowstorm that's supposed to start tonight and go all the way to Sunday. And we might get anywhere from 8 to 14 inches of snow, or perhaps it'll go south or north or east or west and we won't get anything. Living in Missouri, things change every day about the weather. I'm just trying to get myself a little bit straighter here. And I went the wrong way. It takes a while after I change it for it to show up on my laptop. There, now I got it pretty straight. Excuse me. So today I am going to be demonstrating cards using the Delicate Framing stamp set and dies. So I love this set because of the big words, because sometimes we need to have big words to make a bold statement on the front of a card. And then these are all the Delicate Framing dies that come in this set, and they're so much fun to play with. So let's get started. We're going to start with this one. This is like a very easy, I don't want to say plain, but it's a very easy card, quick to make. It's just one layer, just the card base. Let me get the pieces out over here so that I can have them to play with. No, somehow I knew I was going to lose one of my purple flowers. Here it is. So this is for the beginner stamper. And I saw someone that was making these, and they use soft seafoam as the card base and gorgeous grape as the accent colors. And I thought, I never thought about putting those two colors together, but they look great together. So I'm going to fold this in half, use my bone folder. Now, the one thing I did forget to do, which I don't know why I do this all the time, I intend to cut things out using my adhesive sheets. That way they'll be easy to put back down. And then I go cut them out and I forget. So I am going to have to use my green glue to put these down, which is still okay, except for it's just much easier and you don't get glue all over your fingers when you use the adhesive sheets. So I'm going to take this side first. It's going to be very cold this weekend too. Like the temperature is going to be -1 and the wind chill, I don't know, like -20 or something for Saturday and Sunday, or maybe just Sunday and a little bit warmer on Saturday. But either way, once you get down to under 20, it's cold. So I'm just going to pick some wide spots here. I might have to get a new bottle of glue. And I'm just going to put small drops of adhesive there. And like I said, it would be much simpler if I would have remembered to put this on my adhesive sheet to begin with. Going to kind of center this top to bottom over here on this side and to the right side of the frame. And I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. I'm going to try not to lose my purple flowers. Again, I'm just going to put some drops of glue in some of the wider spots on this. I want to get the edges for sure, so that I am sure that they will be glued down. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. Center it top to bottom and the left side. I want to be sure that I have them pretty close to being even here, which I think that I do. Let me see, I'm going to use my grid here on the glass mat, and this kind of ends right at that dotted line. And this one, they're just almost exactly the same. So we're going to say that's good. And then we're going to take, I'm going to use the stamp Big Hugs, and I have it right here already on the block, ready to go. Gorgeous grape. And we're going to put Big Hugs here. And you could use this for birthday, for thinking of you, for congratulations. So I'm going to put big, I love the way that they have the two different fonts on the same greeting. So again, you could put these branches or leaves on adhesive, then you could just peel off the back and you'd be ready to go. But instead, I'm just going to use little drops of glue. And I'm going to put this one on here, and I want this one to go this way. There we go. Then we're going to do it. We want to be sure that we put the glue on the right side of this piece so that it will go like this. You want them opposites. So I always like to check first before I put the glue on. We also have the thin line glue that looks like a super glue container. I'm out of that at the moment, but I could have used that. And so this one we want to go this way, so it makes like a little frame. A little frame around the words. Okay, then we're going to add a purple flower to this side. I put them opposite I did on my sample. I'll put this purple flower, let me move this up more so you can see it better. There, and this one over here. Now I didn't put any ribbon on here because this is just a fast and easy card, but I am going to put some embellishments. And if I wanted to, I could take my Wink of Stella and I could Stella this frame. That would look so pretty, wouldn't it? So let me see. I have some white or vanilla little dots here. They're called the Classic Matte Dots. I'm pretty sure they're retired, but I still have some left. So I'm going to use them. I'm going to use these little ones here. And I'm going to put this one in the middle of this flower. And I'm going to put this one in the middle of this flower. And then I noticed that I'm missing my middle on this one, so I'm going to put a new one there. And if you wanted to, you could put your third one on to have an odd number, but I think when they're actually being in the middle of flowers, you don't have to go with use an odd number of them. Because I think if I put one somewhere around in there, it would look kind of strange all by hanging out all by itself. So there we go, card number 1, quick and easy. So now we kind of want to use the same colors and everything, only we want to decorate it a little bit more. So we're going to start out with this is some glimmer paper. It's the Evening Evergreen glimmer paper that I still have left over from when it was an in color. And I'm going to fold this here. Now, you can kind of see through this, so you don't want to put too much glue all around so it might show through. So I'm just going to put a little drop in each corner. And I'm going to put some here in the middle because this card front here will hide it. And I'm going to add that to my card base. This is cut at the normal card front size, 5 1/4 by 4. And so we're going to kind of smooth that down. It's not as see-through as vellum, so you really can't even see the glue at all in the corners. And even if you could see the middle, we're going to cover it up. So now we're going to take this piece, if we could find it. I saw it laying here. Okay, where could it be? Did you see that piece laying here? I thought I did. And when I first pulled out the card. But I don't seem to see it anywhere now. So let me cut a new one. I have some scraps over here. Hopefully I have a scrap that's big enough. If not, I will get up and get a new piece, but I do. So let's see how big this piece is. As soon as I cut it, the other one will show up. Just having a time with my caddy here that holds everything. Okay, so this measures 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. So let's see if we can do that with this piece. I'm going to put these up here so I don't lose them. So we're going to say 3 1/2 by 2 1/4. Oh, look, it'll be just enough. Just barely enough. And there we go. Got it the right size. So we're going to take our gorgeous scrape, and this time we're going to stamp in the middle of this "So Very Thankful," because so many times we need a thank you card. I will do better next time on writing my times in my post and then remembering what time I wrote. I'm so used to doing it like on the hour, like at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock or something. I forgot I said this one would be 1:30. So very thankful. Close this so we don't stick our hands in it by accident. And we have these little frames that we cut out. Again, you could use the adhesive sheets. I'm just going to do these with some green adhesive. I guess we call this green adhesive because it comes in a green bottle. Whenever I say that, I always think it's going to come out green, but it's white and it dries clear. So we're going to take this one and we're going to put it. Now you can either have the points pointing out or in. So this one I'm going to change and I'm going to have them pointing in. just to be different. I don't think it really matters, and you want to get it pretty much centered. And then, like you did on the other one, you want to be sure you have this one correct to put the glue on the correct side, whichever way you pick. Otherwise, they will be facing different ways. And we're going to flip this up here. We're going to leave about the same amount of space from the top as we did from the bottom. And there we go. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? I was being so good and getting ahead of myself, and I glued that down when I wanted to add some ribbon to it. So, I know what I can do. I can still use the ribbon, and I will just cut it off at the edges. Find my ribbon scissors. I'm trying to use up my retired ribbon and my retired embellishments so I can purchase more. Because I have a whole basket full and a whole little box full of ribbons. So I'm going to take a piece of tear and tape. Just about this big. I'm going to go this way with it. And I'm going to try to fit it like what I think is the middle from top to bottom. I'm going to take off the white paper. Well, it didn't even stick. Sometimes it has a hard time sticking to this glimmer paper, so you have to really rub it. I still couldn't get it to stick. Let me take my scissors here. I don't remember having that problem on the back, but maybe the back's not as glittery as the front. Okay, there we go. We got it now. And then we're going to take this piece, we're going to lay it right here across. We're going to trim it so that it goes just to the very edge. And to the very edge on this side. And I think that we can put a glue dot on each end to hold it down. So it's good thing we have glue dots and tear and tape and everything else. So I'm just going to take a piece of this, not a piece, but I've had my Picket tool so long that something's happened and this side doesn't like to stay in there very well anymore. And I'm just going to lay that down right there and kind of put that over it. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And there we go. Now we have the ribbon going through the middle. We're going to pop this up this time with some dimensionals. I'm going to kind of put one in each corner and one in the middle. Pick these little papers off. has the paper picked off. And then I'm gonna center this left to right and up and down. There we go. Let me clean up these little dimensional papers so that they don't end up getting walked all over my house. So now we could take our, we could Stella this, just these little frames, or we could Stella the whole middle part. And then I found these embellishments in my stash. Let me get them over here. These look like Pool Party, Crushed Curry, and Gorgeous Grape. So, let me pull out the Gorgeous Grape ones here. And I can use a big one. Oh, my sticky doesn't want to get that off today. They must really, these are, have been around for a while. So we're going to put that one up there. We're going to put this one I got it stuck on my finger. So we're going to put it down here. And then we'll put a medium-sized one, if we can get it. They're being very stubborn today, aren't they? Okay, I'm going to put this one down right here. And there we go, card number 2 finished. It just has a little bit more than card number 1. So now I want to make this one, which is a whole completely different color palette and everything. But oh, and look what I found. My piece. I knew I would. It was stuck here with the card number 3. So first I ran this through the linen embossing folder just to give it a little bit of texture in the background. I had these pieces cut for a couple of days, and somehow I must have gotten some ink on there, but it's not going to show once I put it together. So first we're going to glue down our card front, which again is 4 by 5 1/4, the normal size. I'm really tired of playing with that bottle. We're going to start a new bottle. Now we have to be careful not to press too hard because it'll come out in big globs. Okay. And I didn't put ribbon on this one. Instead, I used our new puffy stickers because I wanted to show them off. So, I'm going to center this top to bottom, left to right. Now the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to take these white frames and I'm going to lay them here. I don't want to glue them yet, but I want to lay them here like they're going to lay when I finish the card. Touching, and they're going to make that oval in the middle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little pencil, if I can find my little pencil. And I'm just going to make a little pencil mark on each side and at the top. And that's going to show me where I can add some Gorgeous Grape in the middle. Trying to find my glue container. Okay. So I'm going to take my purple blending brush, and I have my Gorgeous Grape here. I'm going to get some on here, and then I'm just going to kind of dab it off over here on the side. I could use scrap paper too if I want, and I just want to go very lightly in the middle here, just to give it a little shadow of a color. You could even use Highland Heather, and then that would be light, an even lighter color. So I just want to kind of get it in between those pencil marks so that it'll show up in the oval that the frame's going to make. All right, that looks pretty good. And then if I wanted to, I could erase these pencil marks, or the frame is pretty much going to hide them anyway, because I just seem to make a little bit more of a mess when I go to erase them sometimes. I'm going to leave them be and be sure that my frame covers them. And I'm going to get out my adhesive. I just really like this set because of all the different fancy frames that you can put around or add a little texture and embellishment to your card. So I'm going to add this one right over here. Okay, get that lined up. Take this one and add some glue to it. It's kind of hard when you have a full bottle to remember to press very gently when you're doing this so you don't get big globs. Okay, then we're going to take this piece and we're going to line it up with that piece. You can, I think I'm going to have these two like cooked together here. Oh, now it's stuck to my hand. I thought if I used the side of my hand instead of my fingers, which might have glue on them, that I'd have better luck. But I did not. Okay, there we go with that spaced out around the edges of our purple, our gorgeous grape. Now again, we're going to say big hugs in the middle because that looks like the one that will fit the best. There we go. And now we have these puffy stickers. You just have to get some of these that are so much fun to play with. If you can figure out how to open them. So, you get 2 sheets, and they are the same. So this time I think what we're going to do is we're going to take these flowers here. Let me find my pick a tool. And see, I don't know if you can see how thick they are, but they're very puffy. And we're just going to put one bunch of flowers up there. And then where are some more? We have this big one down here. I could use the bird and be the same as the first card, but sometimes I like to do things different. Okay, I kind of got that loosened up a little bit off the clear sheet. And we'll put this one, see how would this go? Maybe like this, down here in this corner. I got that really crooked there, don't I? Now I'm not going to know if I can pick this up very easily. We shall see. I could. I don't know why it's wanting to be so crooked. There we go. That looks better. And we're going to kind of hide the fact that they don't match up there like the top one. I'm going to kind of hide it with the leaf or the branch of this flower. And there we go. Card number 3, all ready to go. Now you could add some more embellishments around. I counted these as embellishments. And you can always do Wink of Stella in the middle, on the frame or on the flowers, whatever you would like. You kind of give it a little bling. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Sorry that I was late getting on. And I hope that if you're in the path of this storm that's coming this weekend, that you stay safe, stay warm, and perhaps just stamp for the whole weekend. Have a great time. Happy stamping. Bye.